I'm Kumar Sumit. By profession, I'm a data engineer with around 10 years of industry experience working across a diverse tech stack, including ATL tools, big data, Hadoop ecosystem, GCP, Microsoft Azure, Fabric, and various databases. On this channel, I'll be breaking down complex concepts into quick, actionable lessons, showing you how to implement these technologies in real-world project. Whether you are just getting started or looking to level up, I am here to help you master the tools and skills that drive modern data engineering. Today we are diving into Google Cloud Platform's Identity and Access Management or IAM, powerful tool that helps you securely control who has access to your Google Cloud resources and what actions they can perform, whether you are managing permissions at the individual user level or across teams. Understanding IAM is crucial for maintaining security and ensuring the right people have the right access. Let's explore how to set up, manage, and fine tune IAM for your cloud environment. So, this is my Hadoop project, which is created for the learning purpose. Here we can go to IAM and admin, which will route to the IAM page. Here we can see we do have an option to grant access, right? Before getting started with this, we are going to talk about IAM, service account, roles. These three are kind of associated with each other and you must be knowing about it. So coming back to this IAM, so we have an option grant access. So if we go click on the grant access page, we get this option where we can add principals, right? Principals is nothing but the permissions or the roles we are trying to add to any of the individual user or the service accounts. So I will try one of the user ID Sumit JH0 and I will click on the roles and I will try to search for BigQuery role. So I see BigQuery admin. If you want to add another role, we can do in the same way. Let's say storage admin, can grant that as well, and then I can save it. Now this user has BigQuery admin and storage admin permission to this project level. If you would like to grant this user to a specific storage bucket or a data set in BigQuery or the table level, then probably we need to go to that resource and grant access over there. You should not be adding access in this IAM page, right? So this is about the user. Now if we go to the service account, here we have an option to create service account. Before getting started with this, for those who is not aware of, the service account is basically non-human account, right? Or the system account basically, which is used for either batch or streaming jobs, right? So let's get started and create a service account. So there are certain limitations and a pattern is defined based on which a service account gets created, the ID, right? There is a limitation on the ID that the length of the character should not be exceeding more than 30 characters. It should be less than equal to 30 characters. So if you see here, this is the pattern it will get created. ID ampersand and then we have the project ID and this is the suffix iam.gserviceaccount.com. So if I try to give my first service account, here you can observe this. I do have so many ones defined, right? But it has limited to this. So it clearly means that it is truncating after 30 character. So you should not be having more than 30 characters. It should be less than equal to 30 characters. Now I'll try to remove all of this numeric values from here and we can provide the description as well. Account. While creating service account, we have an option to grant role as well, and that's this page is all about. So how we have seen earlier, right, we can grant access to the specific users. This is about the service account. We can grant permission to the same way. So we can grant, let's say I'll be granting the BigQuery admin permission and continue grant user access to this service account optional. This is optional. We can grant specific user as well to this service account role. Click on done. Now this service account got created. Once this gets created, now we'll go back to the IAM page and we can see that already it is added BigQuery admin since we have already added. If we want to add another role to this service account, just click on this page, add another role. Let's go to PubSub. I take a publisher, PubSub admin. Okay, save. Now this service account has the PubSub admin permission role as well associated with it. Now the next concept is about roles. So roles is nothing but set of permissions associated to a single role. So the roles what we have allocated to a specific user or the service account. So even in those roles there are set of permissions allocated to a specific user or the service account. So those are predefined role, and Google already defined it and allocated specific permissions to it. So we were using the same. Now you can create your own custom role, and in order to do that, go to the create role, give a name, let's say custom, my first role, my custom role. This is created on this date, add permission. Now if you see, there are around 11,156 permissions are added till date. We can choose any of the permissions, right, or the group of permissions we would like to associate to this specific custom role. Now randomly I'll choose this permission and I'll try to add. Once this is done, hit on the create button and this role got created. Now if you would like to grant access this role to a specific service account or user, we can go here, we can add, again go back to add another role and search here my custom role. You can see it over here, hit on save button, and now this service account has my custom role as well. The last concept for this video is about group. So instead of granting permission or principals to a service account or a user, we can grant to a group. We can create our own group, and multiple users, individual users or service accounts can be associated to that group, and one at a time we can grant the permission to that group. This will avoid granting permission one by one to each users. One at a time it can be done. If a new users gets added, we can add that user to the group, and that user will have the permissions associated with that group. So that's the concept. Now if you see here, this is the option where we can create. So for this project it is not available, but it varies organization to organization where we can create the groups. If you go to the groups.google.com, we can create a group over here, and then we can associate with the or assign permission to this group within the IAM page. I think that's all for the today. So stay tuned for the next videos where I'll be talking about different services and how you can utilize them in your project. So thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye bye.